It's difficult to believe, but we're halfway through 2025. It's Friday, June 6, 2025, and welcome to this news flash with Klaas Prinsloo. We're going to hit the ground running. May 2025, 3 murders from 13 attacks, and then for June so far, 2 attacks, no murders. The full discussion on the May 2025 statistics will be rolled out next week. Came across this label on X this week, and it says 7 days, 10 farm attacks, 4 farm murders, and 0 press coverage. Now, I don't know where those stats come from. For January, there were 22 attacks, 2 murders, February 15 without any losses, March 17 for 2, April 7 for 4, and as I've just said to you, for May, 3 murders from 13 attacks. There's a tendency on social media to suddenly just post something, and then it's an attack that has happened about 2-3 years ago. Let's say, for instance, 2019, like the latest one I had to disqualify this morning. And then people are quick to say, I'm sorry, but it's the same. The moment you relay that message or forward that message, it gets spread through the whole of social media, and it's only creating one thing, and that's fear mongering. So we need to be careful with that. If you want to post an old farm attack or a farm murder, please at least go and research the date for that and then post it with the date accompanying it. There's a lot of deception going on at the moment, and some people have picked it up and they're starting to question it. There's the thing floating around on social media about Julius Malema to be arrested. But yeah, we'll have to see about that thing, because I think he's well protected and he's playing somebody's hand for him. Then there's also the squabble on social media between President Donald Trump and Elon Musk, which is also a thing that is taking over everything and everybody's minds, and everybody is reading it, everybody is after the sensation. And somebody said this morning on X that they're probably sitting there and they're laughing at us swallowing all these things. Now, there's a reason for deception. There's something going on. That's always been the case in the last 6 years. It's been the case, and there's already rumors of another lockdown coming. True, that is, like I said, it's also rumors. But the big thing that reached my table this week is the black mobilization and training. Now, the masses are tired of Ramaphosa because he's not delivering on all the election promises he's made, and he's also doing a couple of things that is not sitting well with the masses. There's a lot of activity reported underground of M23 rebels in neighboring states, and we need to watch that closely because they are all over. They are even in South Africa. Documents that I've reviewed this week also says that certain people were placed strategically to take over this country in the future. There's also the rumor of the black on black war, and I've spoken about that in a video, and I've spoken about some aspects with regards to that a while ago. And if that happens, for white people to stay out of it. If you need to, then you can do best to protect yourself. Now, these masses that is, and I've spoken about that as well previously, they are, and I'm going to touch on that again in a moment, they are in the cities, they are around us, they're the car guards, they're the people, sometimes it's working in your house. The other factor is that July 18 is a possible flashpoint, and it's long since been on the table and been discussed. And one of the things that's come out in this whole thing is that the black masses reckons or sees the Boer as a coward without backbones. So the call is there now for the Boer or Afrikaner, or whatever you want to call yourself, Boer Afrikaner or Boerekaner, to start standing together. All of us are white, and all of us need to start taking care of ourselves and taking care of our communities and our fellow citizens. And then the last thing that I want to say on this topic is that we must be aware that there are snakes amongst us, and we must be careful who we trust and who we trust what with. The safety aspect for the week, there's been rumors of a lot of land grabs in central places, military bases that's being changed into kraals overnight, people invading those spaces because it's standing empty, plundering the parts of the vehicles that's still standing there. And then the second one that I want to mention is we must be careful. Go and have a look at your city. Go and have a look at the black settlements surrounding the cities, where you are and which potential areas that you will have to cross through if you want to drive out of the city to safety. You have to make the choice. Are you going to bug in or are you going to bug out? Somebody said to me, research that they've done, if the shit hits the fan, SHTF situation happens in Pretoria, they're going to lose about 20% of the people that's going to flee Pretoria. And that's a fact. Now, the question I'm posing to you, are you ready to move before it's too late? Is your bag packed? Do you have supplies? Do you have medical supplies, essential medical supplies, like a small little first aid kit? Do you have a water bottle? Do you have water reserves? Should you be required to move out of your house and go and seek safety elsewhere? A lot of factors. I've done and I think it's in Afrikaans, my home language, I've done the part about the bugging in and bugging out. There's a lot of those videos on YouTube. Go and have a look, learn something and prepare yourself. And then there's also the other factor. There are some people that's going to question me, and you are welcome to come and question me. But these things that I'm bringing here to you on this news flash, and I've spoken about aspects like this for how many times? The word they say, ad nausea. So we better start listening, we better start preparing, and better start be ready for SHTF. We're complaining and we're going to court and we opposing the singing of the song Kill the Boer. But look at this document. If you haven't seen this document yet, and I think some people might have missed the very, very last line. Viva, kill the Boer, kill the farmer. So Kill the Boer, kill the farmer has already been part of the agenda in 1993. I've got more to say about this document, but so if you have not seen it, I'm busy working on Total Onslaught 4. There's already 3 out. Go and have a look on my profile on YouTube. It's there, and I'm going to promote it as well so that you can catch up to where we are starting off with Total Onslaught 4. Spoiler alert, the Total Onslaught series, or the full name Farm Murders, a Total Onslaught against South Africa, there's already 3 parts out, and it starts more or less in the 80s with your historic time, and just before and around 1994, and then further on. And I've taken out several aspects out of stuff that happens in the news to give you an indication that there's, and I'm saying that's not just South Africa, it's all over the world, stuff that's busy happening that we need to open our eyes for so that we can see what is going on around us and where this whole thing is going. Because there's a threat around us and we are walking into it with closed eyes. So I will be promoting Total Onslaught 2 over the weekend or the next 2 or 3 days, and then thereafter Total Onslaught 3, and I'm already busy working on the research for Total Onslaught number 4. So keep a lookout for those promotions, and also then for the final one, Total Onslaught 4. The dates I have at this stage, and I think you might know about the arrangements for, I believe it's 21st of July, where there's a whole stack of documents that is being taken to the United States Embassy in Pretoria. A lot of you have already opted to be part of that march. So if I give you old news now, then sorry about that. Then the next date that I've got coming up, that is 29 and 30 August 2025. That's the cleaning of the Witkruis Monument. There's already arrangements around that, but we also need hands to help doing the grafting there. And then on the 3rd and 4th of October is going to be the cross planting. So far we're planting 17 crosses for the year, and that is for the year from last year, September the 1st until to date. We're planting 17 crosses, and of those 6 of them or 5 of them are special crosses. The other 12 is people that has actually been murdered on farms in South Africa. Then also tomorrow, if you have not heard about it and you are in the vicinity of Pietersburg or the Witkruis Monument, that's between Pietersburg and Potgietersrus, Polokwane and Mokopane, as we call it nowadays, Dean Chauncey is recording his new song at the Witkruis Monument tomorrow, and you are welcome to come and participate. It's not just to be on a music video, but it's also to be part of a, like we call in Afrikaans, a hartsaak, something that is dear to us, a matter of the heart, if I can put it as such. I don't think that's the proper line, but yeah, I think it will have to suffice for now. A very disturbing piece of news that came out this week. Hendrik Venter was murdered on his farm last year, September 27th, it is 2024, and after 5 suspects were apprehended, they claimed that they were not in the area, and the investigation was also not able to put them into the area or at the scene at the time. And that was followed by a very sloppy investigation, and that case has been scraped off the roll. But hopefully there's a little sliver of hope, because the DA has put a motion forward in Parliament that farm murders be listed as a priority crime. So hopefully there's a bit of hope there, and we can get this case going again, because the amount of cold cases in South Africa when it comes to farm attacks and farm murders, and I can name quite a few for you, is alarming, to say the least. And now that the world is aware of farm murders and farm attacks, now is the time that we get these things out and get them sorted. And I think it's also time that the police pull up their socks and start investigating properly, or start appointing proper investigators to investigate these cold cases. And now I have another cold case for you, and this is serious stuff. They're expecting this weekend and the first part of next week for snowfalls to cover just about every province in South Africa, with the exception of the Limpopo province, which is the northernmost province in South Africa. Some of these snowfalls will be disruptive and affecting traffic flow, especially over mountain passes. And once again, the N3 highway between Johannesburg and Durban, the Van Renen Pass there, came into play as well. And then from Monday the 9th of June and Tuesday the 10th of June, those passes might just be impossible. And they say strong and damaging surface winds over large parts of the interior provinces from Sunday, leading to an elevated risk of wildfires. And I must just mention here, we are 4 days into the fire season for 2025. So please be careful with fires, open fires, and especially with these strong winds, to ensure that you don't start by accident a wildfire. And then the threat for wildfires is especially over the central and eastern interior, and that is ahead of the cold change. These extreme conditions are expected to persist over some of the eastern provinces until Wednesday, and also on the east coast. Heavy rainfall leading to localized flooding and infrastructure damage over parts of the Eastern Cape Coast is also expected, and also in the adjacent interior on Sunday, shifting to southern KwaZulu-Natal on Monday. Bitterly cold daytime conditions address warmly over many provinces from Sunday, with maximum temperatures unlikely to exceed 10 degrees Celsius. These conditions will be exacerbated by strong gusty winds. There's also the risk of severe thunderstorm, possibly associated with damaging hail or damaging winds in some provinces. And those provinces are mainly Northwest, Gauteng, Mpumalanga and KwaZulu-Natal, and that will persist during Monday through to Tuesday. This is all from my side for this week. Thank you to all those who have sent me material to include in this video. Much appreciated. Sometimes I miss stuff that is important. Sometimes I put stuff away and then I forget about it, and then somebody sends it on to me again. Thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend. Dress warmly if you're in South Africa. Elsewhere in the world, look after yourselves, be safe, and be on the lookout. Check your sixes. This was a production by Eysterberg Safety Statistics Information.